Hey guys, Coach Ray here. If I look tired, I am. Just got back from Germany. I'm physically, mentally, emotionally drained. I actually filmed this video a few times. I filmed it, I think, last Tuesday, then I did it again on Thursday. Every time there's more things came up that I was like, I have to still address this and I have to refilm it. And today I don't feel like it's the right time to do it, but so many things came out today that I just have to talk on all these things, on all these subjects, so bear with me. It's a lot in this video. First, we have to talk about the bans. People right now are waking up and saying like, this, I can't go to this competition. I want to pull here, but I'm getting banned. What's going on with there? So 2019, if I'm correct, there was issue in the WAF, World Arm Wrestling Federation, between PAL, Professional Arm Wrestling League. So the conflict escalated and some countries left WAF, World Arm Wrestling Federation, and created IFA, International Federation of Arm Wrestling. So it's literally a rival federation for World Arm Wrestling Federation. World Arm Wrestling Federation, what does that mean? For I think Europeans, especially Europeans, extremely important to compete under WAF umbrella. What does that mean? WAF takes all the national teams, all the national countries like Latvia, Lithuania, Germany, like United Kingdom, United States, all of those are under WAF. And WAF, because we're all under one roof, we are recognized internationally by sport accord guys, which gives huge advantages to not all the countries, depending on their inside laws, but for us, we get extra funding from the government. Our athletes, if they win medals, they get money. Plus, we're competing with the best arm wrestlers on the planet. Biggest, toughest, hardest arm wrestling tournament on the planet for amateurs is WAF Worlds and European Arm Wrestling Championship. I don't think there's any debate about it, right? All the champions you see now, I would say 99% of them has come through this WAF. How to say? They get through by becoming great in World Arm Wrestling Federation, right? Competing there. So what does situation means like this when the other federation, IFA, was created, PL and IFA? So I'm president of Latvian Arm Wrestling Federation. I have to govern all the sport of arm wrestling here in Latvia. And let's say someone says like, we also want to do Latvian Arm Wrestling Federation, but we are the only one who is recognized, right? We have all the things that is needed for the federation to be recognized here in our country, and they created, though they are rivals. We're not working together, they're working against us. If I'm making national championship, they say they're making national championship. Only one championship is legit. And this is the same situation with WAF and IFA, right? IFA and WAF are rivals. They're not working for this, like they're working on the same thing and they try to be the same thing. This is where WAF said it, okay, if you're gonna compete there, you cannot go there. And rule was simple, you compete with IFA, you go with IFA or PL, you choose your way, which is fine. Everyone has a right to choose, right? I think it's absolutely normal and absolutely necessary. But then people are like, why can't I go? Because that's the rule, right? There's so many times there is rules just for things, and that's how it is. And behind the rule, and I think, like, honestly, I think this whole, I would say, conflict between IFA and why it was created, at this point, it's non-existent in my opinion, and we should, and there is already a way for us all to come together as we big one arm wrestling family, because we are not a big sport and we cannot be fighting with each other, right? So it's rules like this. You compete under PL, IFA, you cannot compete in WAF. You can come back to WAF, you have to sign something, but I think if you break it, I don't think you can come back anytime soon. So that's the rule, right? And I saw online people like, oh, Engin is banning me. Engin is doing this. Okay, so Engin is making East versus West in Turkey. Turkish Arm Wrestling Federation governs all the sport in Turkey, right? So he's working under them. So he has to be in collaboration. Plus all the best athletes are under the same roof of WAF. and he has to follow those rules. So when like Engin says like because you competed there, you cannot compete. It's not Engin banning you. Those are just the rules. People are acting like this is Engin. No. So 2019 we were doing Riga Open. This whole conflict started. We had Paul. We were trying to do like under Paul tournament and Urpa and everything. It was a big mess. And Engin was the one trying to kind of bring everyone together. He was always the one that negotiator, mediator between both sides to make it, to have the conflict go away. We tried our best. We all worked for it, but it didn't work. And at the end, we have two big federations. WAF is way bigger than IFA. People are coming back right now. Some people are staying there, and everyone has a right. Everyone has right. I have no problem with that. Because I think arm wrestling is arm wrestling, but rules are also rules, right? If you go somewhere, rules are rules. Why did this is happening? Because those are the rules. And I think if you understand that, you can understand, like, where do you want to be? If you want to compete in King of the Table, East versus West, you want to be here, right? You have to follow these rules. I think it's absolutely understandable. I don't see where discussion is, right? A lot of people, like Kamil was EvsW World Champion, then he left and he's competing in East versus West, King of Table, all of those things. So this is just how the rule is, okay? Now, the incident today, I think with Sarah and on the East versus West qualifier, okay? So, and it's even more there, right? People are saying like, oh, I have to, I cannot come and I cannot compete and things like that. And East versus West is invite only. The only way you can get your invite is to win the finals of the qualifier. You win the finals of the qualifier, you get an automatic invite. That's how it is. The problem for Sarah was, I think she wanted to compete in multiple classes. We got the same situation with Sanders where he wanted to compete in multiple classes and Engin didn't allow him because he said like, we want more people to have this opportunity, right? Because if you win both classes, and there was a good chance he would, he takes the opportunity away from some athlete, right? And if you look at the super matches, it's already it's always limited to some number of athletes. We can't have more because the events we have just, let's say, 4 King of Table, 4 East versus West, and this is how it is. I don't know if it was said, maybe, no one said it before, because on qualifiers you can compete multiple classes and a lot of people do it, but the finals, that's how it is. I don't know the whole situation, but the talk online is crazy, like Engin is doing this, Engin is banning this, and he has all right. Engin's right to get more athletes, give more athletes opportunity to come East versus West, right? This is what he's taking away from someone not allowing to compete 2 classes. I understand frustration for some people, but again, like, the rules are rules. That's the whole situation that I saw versus East versus West qualifier final in United States, right? Like, I don't know where is this, like, I understand, like, you want to compete 2 classes because I think there was cash prizes, but that's the rule. Like, in nationals, you cannot compete multiple classes. Like in open class or senior classes, you cannot compete multiple classes because we want you to just, like, there can be only one champion in one class, right? Juniors can compete multiple classes, that's normal, but that's also not the qualification. But like for Europeans and Worlds, only 2 athletes can be in a weight class. Only 2 athletes can be in a weight class. So if the junior is best on both, he can both compete on both because it's not at the same time, right? Everyone makes it different. Everyone's rules are different. We also, like, for my tournaments, if it's a qualifier, you can compete in multiple classes, but in the final, you're gonna compete only in one class. That was the one. Contracts. Okay, contracts. Right now, East versus West, King of Table. There's no better or bigger stage to be as an arm wrestler than that. And if someone gives an arm wrestler a contract, like, so the talk online is like, oh, he cannot do this because he has a contract. The contract is better than almost all the opportunities out there. Almost all the opportunities out there, the contracts are better. More athletes are living out of arm wrestling than ever before. And it's it is right now only because of Engin. It's only because we have someone who's unselfishly putting money back into the sport, right? He's not trying to make money. He's trying to make good arm wrestling. He's making what we all dream, what he was dreaming for, reality for others. That's how I see it. You don't have to agree with Engin about everything. You don't have to maybe you don't like his personality. Maybe you don't like his approach to things. Whatever. But you have to give credit where credit is due. And if you talk with any of the arm wrestlers, I have never had these conversations with arm wrestlers where someone says oh, I really hate what Engin's doing. The opposite. The conversation is this is so great. This is so great. So many things, right? He listens to fans, he listens to haters. He will improve on all the aspects. Arm wrestling, literally, professional arm wrestling has never been better. That's my opinion. There's way more money for arm wrestlers to make. I think everyone gets paid more. If you look at the first events to now, it's crazy how many people are actually living off of that and becoming a professional athletes. And now all these talks and all this nonsense and all this smearing, none of the people that are actually in the sport and right there will tell you this. There's some fights between other promoters and things like that, and it's very simple. Engin's rule is very simple. Don't talk bad about East versus West or what I do. I won't talk bad, or we can be friends, right? Because it's literally his life. He's putting everything on the line to do this, and then someone will want what he's doing and will talk how bad is he doing this. And I see this a lot, right? And you have to understand, don't do that, all's gonna be fine. That's also the truth. There's so many promoters that Engin has great relationships and things like that, but others, they're I hate that. Yeah, don't talk shit. I think it's very understandable, very human emotion. And he has all right to not invite someone. His promotion, that's literally his money that he's putting there. It's his promotion, his work. We have never had think about this. The word promotion means promotion, promoting, right? We have never had promotion that's actually promoting arm wrestling on this level. And I think it's just gonna expand on so many different things. But right now, we have before every East versus West podcast with all the athletes, right? We do interviews. He asked me to do some specific things. I help him with those specific things. I was there from the start, right? I didn't ask for nothing at the beginning. Engin just literally, I didn't ask for money. I said I'm gonna do it. On the first, I was there. I did my best, and he paid me. I didn't even ask him, right? He will do everything. He will take care of everything. I think it's all literally absolute bullshit. You can understand, you might not like a person, or Engin sometimes gets angry, but he's passionate. He's very, very passionate. He's trying to be respectful. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to bring better. But now all this from all the sides, it's craziness. And I think a lot of this is just clickbait, right? Me and Engin, we don't agree on everything. I have my own points. He has his own points, right? But I think what he's doing is amazing. And I have seen so many times when he's trying to do something and people will, especially people that really don't do much, they will stand against him for some reason and he will get, pissed. I think arm wrestling can be great on all sides, right? I think arm wrestling can grow. I think arm wrestling can get better. I think we can really improve and we can be bigger. But putting Engin's blame on all the things, all the rules that are not his rules sometimes, right? The rules of IFA and WAF, that's not his rule. He has just to live within those rules. Because think like this. He says no, we're going to invite these athletes over. He might lose all the other athletes because their national teams will not allow them to compete on East versus West. There's so many things involved. I know a lot of people think it's just literally, you'll see an arm wrestling video, you go to find a club, you start training, you go to competition, No, there's way more involved. Like if you want to be a world champion, you have to, like you want to be world champion amateurs, right? You need to go to your national team, become part of national team. You have to go to, let's say continental championship or world championship, and then try your luck there, right? It's not as easy, especially on the top. If you're a great arm wrestler, you're gonna get, like, someone will see you and they're gonna invite you, and that's how it is. But I don't know. I hope I didn't forget anything about the big talking points. I think the contracts, the one was with what happened with Sarah. I understand her frustration, but that's just the rule. We need more people give more people a chance to pull. I understand her frustration. Maybe there wasn't miscommunication between, I don't know, chances doing the tournament, and what else, like Paul WAF, IFA. I think I got all those subjects. I think arm wrestling needs to stand together. I think all those small nonsenses. I want everyone to be able to compete, but there's rules to competing, right? We always should follow rules. I don't see arm wrestling growing if it becomes lawless, right? There's need to be rules, and we need to follow the rules. Discipline equals freedom, right? And I understand some people will not like it. Some people will have personal things, and there's always egos involved. There's always much more things, but ultimately, if you talk with any of the athletes who's been on East versus West, King of the Table, right, constantly get invited back. Like, you have to think, but not all the athletes have contracts, and some people will still get invited back, right? I think there's more opportunities than ever, I think, for everyone to get on a big stage that is East versus West. It literally will get hundreds of thousands of eyes on you. Like, that's how big it is. Like, it instantly will make you bigger. It will, we saw this, like, so many athletes became overnight success just because they stepped on that stage and had a good match, win or lose. They had a good match, good moment, changed their life. Arm wrestling stands with Engin. I stand with Engin. I think what he's doing is great. You don't have to agree with everything, but the sport is growing like never before. Yeah, that's kind of my take. I don't know. I hope I didn't miss anything. If anything you want me to talk about more, let me know in the comment section below. I can make a live stream and expand on some things, or maybe debate someone. But I don't know where's debating with rules, right? I didn't make up those rules. Let's say with WAF and IFA, those are just the rules. You have to understand it, and everyone has freedom of choice. You have choice. You have your own choice, and we have to live with our choices. And sadly, life isn't fair. Yeah. Stay strong, love arm wrestling, guys.